What's up, everybody? Man, I think I'm gonna tune me on guitar. Hey, what's up, Keisha? How you doing? Waiting to go get my kid off the school bus, man. He twisted his ankle last night in the yard, and we live on top of a mountain. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm close enough to be able to run down and get him off the school bus. And then I guess head to Lowe's for a little while. Go see what's happening. What are you into? Oh yeah, he's good. He just twisted it a little bit. We live on top of a mountain, so I was just trying to be cool and make sure that he don't have to try to hobble up the hill. But yeah, he's good. He's good. It was just it was more of his feelings hurt than it was it wasn't really his ankle hurt as bad as his feelings was hurt, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's good. Yeah. And it's pretty chilly here today. And I was gonna run out earlier, but my hey there, Tasmere. Hey there, Start here, Tasmere. Hello. Uh, yeah, I called my best friend, or actually, my best friend called me, and he man, he's one of them kind of people that it it's probably not going to be a 5 minute conversation. So we wound up just hanging out, talking for a couple hours actually. But yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, guys? I'm not fast at reading, so just know. How's my? Hey, it was good. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Uh, I ate a lot of the green bean casserole because me and my mother both really like it. But yeah, it was good. You know, just hanging out. Hey, Czech Republic, Lucas. I can't say that. Sorry, but hey, what's up? I see the Czech Republic, man. Uh, yeah, it was a good dinner. You know, when Mama she turned 78, so it's always good to get to hang out with them, enjoy it. You know. You guys, I appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I gotta say that I never envisioned myself coming on here and hitting live and getting to ever see anybody, but I appreciate it. You guys are quite cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you, Keisha. Yeah, she's actually she's in really good health. My father's 83 years old and still works every day as a carpenter. And my mother, she's in fine health as well. So, yeah, it's a blessing. Especially, you know, once you get, hey, when none of us have any kind of days, you know, guaranteed. So, man, you get up there at that age, in my opinion, not only do you deserve just a little bit more respect, but man, that's pretty honorable too. I mean, that's a blessing to get up there and be, you know, able to still be able to, like my parents don't, you know, thank God I don't have to, I don't have to take care of them like that. I mean, I just check on them and say hi and love you and hang out, and they do all their own stuff and everything. So it's really cool. Yes, I'm growing. Sometimes I don't know how fast. Uh, Hey, thank you, the meme guy. Thank you. I'll come and check you out. I promise. But yeah, I don't know how fast you're supposed to grow on YouTube or anything, but I feel comfortable with just yeah, cool start here, Tasmere. Cool. But yeah, I don't know how fast people are supposed to grow on here, but I'm not in a hurry. I mean, I just get on here and enjoy myself anyway. So, it's like, hey, as long as the people that I do get to meet and like interact with and get to have small conversations with from wherever people may be from, to me, that's cool. That's enough. If all I ever have is the subs that I have, and they're people that I can reach out to and go visit, and they get to pop in and visit me, hey, I'm all about it. I actually heard a good friend of mine from here on YouTube. You guys probably know him, Nemo, phenomenal, 504. He said it best. It's like, man, you're building your little community, and you're just showing love to everybody. And I would rather come and show you guys when I'm here in the evening and getting to come around and see people. I would rather go see the people that I want to support than pay for Netflix or pay for whatever. I mean, I can come and enjoy an hour of y'all stuff and come see several different people's stuff and feel like I'm doing a good thing, and then takes up just as much time as turning on the TV and watching a little bit of it in the evening. So I've really kind of bought in on it. I ain't gonna lie. And then when I have these opportunities to be able to just hit live and like, hey man, I'll just sit here and fiddle around and see who comes on, and then I wind up here getting to talk to everybody. Trap door. Right, I feel you. I personally think my most growth, not that I can tell anybody how to do anything, but my most growth that I have personally seen has by just been going and truly watching people's stuff and then making thoughtful, sincere comments, not playing games with people's, emotions or anything, but I mean, just trying to watch their stuff and see what they're true, like what are they trying to say to me, or what are they trying, not necessarily me, but what are they trying to say. So my own growth personally that I've seen come, just organically, it's been through just making nice comments to people, but being sincere, but watching. And I gotta say, it's more of a job than I ever thought to actually, watch videos and go around and see people and try to make thoughtful comments and try to be to me, if I don't like something somebody's doing, before I sit there and make a bad comment, I'm just going to flip through. I'm just not that. I just ain't got the time for that kind of stuff. But if I have the time to watch your video, or if you've had the time to come by and see me, and I come by to watch your video, I'm going to watch it. And then I'm going to leave you some type of a comment, let you know that I've been there. Because that's what this whole, if you want to consider it a game, then that's what it's all about, if you want to grow. And for me, because I don't have nothing fancy to offer people other than who I am. And the only way that people get to actually see who I am without doing this, or without, because definitely before you're at that 50 sub mark, like, you don't have this opportunity to be able to go on live and talk with everybody, and you're trying to build up to that level. But I found my growth to come in going and seeing live chats and reaching out to people, and I try my best that when I make a video, I just try to be just who I am. Like, this is truly just who I am. Uh, I'm not nobody. I'm not nobody. My name's Guy, and I just like sharing my life with people in whatever capacity. Sometimes it's funny. I thought about this channel for a long time, and I could have done humor because I love comedy. I love comedy. But you can't do that all the time. I'm a real person, and I have, sometimes you have to work through things, and things ain't perfect. And you can force a smile, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a smile inside sometimes. And I just wanted somewhere where I could. Hey, you guys don't know how good it feels to get on here and express yourself. For me, I like it. And I didn't know that I would like it until I did it. And now that I see that, man, it's as simple as just getting on here and talking to you guys and coming around and seeing everybody. Is that Miss LaShawn? Oh, I missed it. Hey, Miss LaShawn, I'm sorry I can't read. And I see it now. That, hey, Miss LaShawn, success. I come by and I seen you earlier today. Oh, good to see you here. Thanks for coming over and seeing me. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm enjoying this live. I've seen that you have some live stuff going now, and I'll be stopping in. But it is cool. It's different, and it's neat to be able to respond to you guys as you type. Just know that if you say something to me and I don't answer you, it's not because I'm not trying to. I'm not sure how to pull up. I guess I could scroll down maybe and see the other comments as they go up, but I'll turn it off. I'll do something ignorant, knock the phone over or something, so I don't try to do nothing fancy like that. And you guys do not want me trying to use this computer, and it it's one thing at a time for this old boy. Uh, yeah, Miss Luciana. I wasn't gonna type it in your comments, but now that you're on my live stream, I'm gonna tell you that I've had ulcerative colitis since I was 9 years old, and I know how important that stomach health truly is. So I push you up for putting that kind of stuff. It is a weird conversation for people, but you are absolutely 1000% right. It starts with what we put in our face, and being purposeful about what we put in our face. Um, but I wanted to say that while I had the chance to say, for me to type something like that would have took me probably the better portion of a day. So being able to say it was a lot easier. But I thank you for putting that kind of material out, because it's nice for people to see that it's like, hey man, it's all right to talk about your stomach health. Like, hey bro, you gotta you gotta talk about it, and you gotta be honest with yourself. Like, hey, am I truly having trouble here? And if you are, there's ways to address it. It doesn't have to be. I know. There's drastic measures that people have to take when you're sick. I've had to take some drastic measures along the way, just by nature, because of the things I have wrong. But I did learn at a very young age that if I wanted to avoid taking a lot of medications and being chronically sick a lot, that I needed to be very mindful about the things I put in my mouth and the foods that I ate. And I try to force this on my wife, because she knows that to her, I barely eat enough to stay alive. But I stopped eating for pleasure a long time ago. I eat because I know that this is good for me. I need to put this in my body, and you eat it, and sometimes you may not exactly like it, but you eat it anyway because you know it's good for you. 90% raw. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I personally try to stay away from, I have to try it out. It's not a try, I do have to try to stay away from like fried stuff. Mindful about that, really mindful about that. Popcorn, no, popcorn is like my worst enemy. I love it, and it's one of those things, like, I guess, man, once you eat, it's like once you eat one piece, you want to eat the next piece. But for me, Man, I just know not to even eat one piece of it because I just I know that one to eat one piece is virtually impossible, and that's dumb anyway. But I eat just one piece, and I know that any more than that, I'm going to pay dearly for it. So I just it's just one of those things you get used to it. I've talked to a lot of young men along the way that as teenagers had ulcerative colitis and dealing with like, man, dude, I see other people eating it so hard, and it's like, look, man, I can't tell you that it gets easier. Other than it gets easier, you get used to. Look, I just don't eat it. I enjoy the smell. Like I enjoy the smell of bacon frying. To this day, I love it. I love the smell of it. But I just know that for my own personal health, that's just not something that like I just enjoy the smell and I go on. I'm good with just it's like okay, you know what I mean. But that's just the way it is. But I do once again. Sorry for rambling, but I thank you for bringing that to people's attention. That's a good solid subject. Um, One that gets overlooked a lot. Um, yeah, absolutely. And I have trouble with appetite. What's been something that I fought with for years now. I just have a hard time being hungry, and I've noticed that when I haven't eaten in a long time, my body will literally crave certain foods like tuna fish and eggs. I eat a lot of tuna fish and a lot of eggs. Not a lot of dairy, not a lot of bread, but I crave it, and it's my body trying to tell me, look, man, you need some protein, or whatever it is that's in there that else that I'm needing. But it's like your body will tell you if you'll listen to it, if you'll tune into it and say, okay, well, what happens when I eat this, and what takes place if you'll listen and tune into it, your body will tell you the foods that are like, yeah, man, this feels good when you put this in me, give me more. And then it'll also tell you when it's like, yo, don't ever put this in me again. You know what I'm saying? Sardines, sardines. I love I love sardines and mustard sauce. My mom despises the smell of sardines, and when I lived in Maryland, uh, we lived right close to where Havre de Grace is, right on like where the bay and stuff is, and you would think that my mom would love like the smell of crabs cooking or like nah, she didn't. I mean, she likes fish, like she likes like flounder or something like that, but she don't like no sardines. But yeah, sardines are great, man. For me, I like them. Some people don't, but I do. I like them in mustard sauce. So, so absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, 100%. Where I'm at, it's legal now, and I make no bones about. I make no bones about that. It really does help with appetite, and it also does make food taste better for people that struggle trying to eat. It surely does. Hey, Sam Gloves, what's up, man? What's up? I like gloves. He says that's fun. Well, I would have never guessed that by your name, bro. Yeah. I don't, man, but I appreciate you asking, man. I hope you can find you some. Uh, but yeah, man. What time is it? It's 2:40. Gotta get the kid off the bus at 3:30. Twisted his ankle, so I gotta run down and pick him up. We live on top of a mountain. I ain't gonna be that dad that's like, all right, well, you just hobble up the hill, man. Hey, Sam Gloves, man. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I hear you. Me too. Uh, I like gloves when it's cold outside for my hands. 8:47 p.m. Yeah, it's 2:40. It's 2:47 on my clock. Man, this time change. I'm not gonna lie. I'm already feeling kind of like I can just tell. Yeah, the evenings catch up with me so fast. Like gosh, man. And then when it gets dark, what are you gonna go out? What are you gonna go do? I mean, if you're not gonna go pay to go to like somewhere to go do something inside, what are you gonna go do outside when it's For me, I'm in the country. There's stuff out there that's pretty large, and I ain't going. I don't want to go out there and frolic around in the dark in the mountains. I mean, it's cool, and I'm not that, but it's like there's not really a whole lot that you're not just going to go wander around. I mean, yeah, you can go wander around, but you're just going to be in the middle of the mountain somewhere. It's not like you got a street you can walk up and be like, hey, there's somebody to talk to you. And you might run into Skinwalker, you might run into Sasquatch or something like that, but you're not. There's probably not going to be another living soul out there. So for me, I just try to avoid going out there in the dark. I don't mind at all being out there in the daylight. Not that it would matter. Because I'd be scared either which way if I did see Skinwalker. But it would make me feel better if I did at least have it happen in the daylight. But, yeah. Not Sasquatch. I tell you what, man. I'm not going to say I'm not a believer. I am going to say this about this. My wife loves to watch them shows about it. And some of them I'm calling them bullcrap on a lot of them. But there is sometimes where, like, I can't help but think, I live in a vast area. Right outside my door, I am now looking at a mountain that I promise you, it's probably been a lot of years since anybody's really been over there on top. It's a long ways up. I'm at 2,900 feet here in the Appalachian Mountain where I'm at, and I'm not at the top yet. What does it put on your tinfoil hat when she watches that? Hey, protect yourself. I believe in that. But yeah, I'm not going to say that there's not stuff out there that call it what you want, but it's a big place. It's a big open. Well, I say open. It's a lot of forest out there, and I'm not going to say that there ain't. I don't know what's out there. I mean, I know that there's big bears. I've seen some huge bears. My wife actually had a bear. She was sitting in our backyard, and she had set a orange soda bottle on the stump beside her, and she was sitting back like this, real quiet, just kind of just hanging out. And a bear actually grabbed the soda bottle, just messing around, gonna drink, and then realized that my wife was sitting right there beside it. The bear went up the tree, and my wife ran in the house. That's a true story. And that was in our backyard. So yeah, it's definitely that was a bear. We know it was a bear. I seen the bear up the tree, and I seen my wife pretty much float across the yard. My wife does not move like that very often. It was crazy. Her dad and mom lived just across the way from us. It's an open shot from their house to ours, and her dad seen it happen too. Like it was crazy, man. Yeah, like for real, man. I mean, now I'm not a coward at all. I'll go out and do whatever I gotta do, and I love being in the mountains. But you can't help but think about, like, man, that bear. Hey, man, I don't care how tough you are. That thing, man, if that thing decides to hurt you, you've had a bad day. Yeah, I mean, you ain't got no chance, man. You're just out back. So, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or thinking that there's anything out there, but I'm not going to say that there is not stuff. I've never personally seen, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that we don't know about. Like, I'm not going to say that there ain't some big animals that we haven't been introduced to yet, because they're smart. They wouldn't live that long. No doubt, you got to be careful no matter what, man. I mean, it's just like if you live in a big city somewhere. When you walk through the city, you don't walk around with your eyes closed. You kind of look around and what's going on. Well, it's the same thing here in the mountains. You're kind of just being aware that there might be coyotes, or there might be bears, or there might be whatever, man. I mean, it's true, Miss LaShawn. It's very true. You got to be aware, no matter what. Do you have snakes there in the wild? Yes, we have rattlesnakes. We have black snakes, copperheads, like ringneck racers, garter snakes. There's a whole different bunch of species, but as far as like poisonous snakes, The copperheads and rattlesnakes, that's the ones, like, I don't like them, and I'm really bad with colors. So the chances of me picking up on like a copperhead laying like in the yard or in leaves, like I can't unless it moves. I'm not going to see it because to me it's all just it looks a lot the same. And you know, it has to be a really bright color for me to really truly be able to like hone in on it. So yeah, I don't like them. And they do, like, when they bite you, it's a bad day. Like, you know, I don't know exactly what happens, but I'm sure it's not fun. And the rattlesnakes, I've never personally like ran across one in the wild, but they're definitely here. Yeah, we've seen. My wife showed me a picture on Facebook last year. There's a Boy Scout camp. Well, it's not just a Boy Scout camp; it's a Boy and Girl Scout camp, about 7 or 8 miles out the road, and it was a huge like rattlesnake, like as long as me. I'm 6 foot tall, and it was the man that was holding it was as tall as what I am, and it was huge. So yeah, man. I don't play with snakes, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't mess with spiders, man. Spiders, for whatever reason, them little creepy things, I'd rather have a gorilla roll up on me with a set of nunchucks than a spider come, or from whatever direction they come from, because they could be all up underneath some table or something and just creep out from underneath on. I don't like them. Hey, Nemo 504, what's up, brother? I was just making a comment about you earlier, man, about what you said while I was watching your video about, man, if you're gonna spend time watching TV, why not just spend it going around and watching people that you're personally getting to pick. Each time I go around, I get to pick the people I want to support, and that's a really good way of looking at it, and I love that. Hi, Mr. Rita Jones. Hey there. Oh, hey, what's up, King? What's happening, brother? Thanks for coming by and seeing me, man. I do appreciate it. I can't read everything as fast as it comes through, but thank y'all for coming by, man. I didn't know exactly how all this stuff works, so I wasn't real sure about, how everything happens, but it's really cool. It's fun to get on here and just see everybody. But yeah, Nemo, I really like the way that you put that earlier, man, about, hey, man, I watch TV every evening, or, that's like, my wife and I, my kid, my wife don't get home till like 7:30. And, when I get in, it's like, you watch TV. Well, now it's like, well, now that I kind of figured out this YouTube situation, well, I can watch who I want to watch. I can support what I want to support. So I kind of dig that. Hey, Nemo, thanks for sending everybody, yo. Nothing but love for me. I appreciate everybody. King, I appreciate you coming by. Tasmir, Mocha's Moment. I appreciate all y'all, man. I really, really do, man. Sincerely. Just so y'all know it, I really am so new to this that, man, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm happy with that. I'm 47 years old, been married for 15 years, so it's like, okay, what can anybody really do to me at this point? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how this whole thing started. But the idea of getting to see, like, I really do like the idea of getting to pick who I want to come support instead of just turning on some TV and some random putts that I really don't even like the way that they go about living their own personal life, but because they're who's on TV, that's what I gotta do. I can't, man. I'm so hard to read everything. King, I see. Can't wait till you get super chat. I don't even know. I honestly, I'm like, I didn't even understand how everything worked with this chat, with this part, to be 100% honest, because like I didn't know how this worked, like time wise, one of y'all explained it. I was listening to one of you guys explain how it worked, but like That's cool though. I get it now. I get how it worked. I just didn't understand that, but I didn't know what the super chat, what the super chat part was. I did see your comment, but I don't know what that. I haven't learned yet what that means. Uh, Me and Sean was able to go on last night, and it was only by accident that I really even found it, or that we found it. But the being able to like share, like go live together, that was really cool to have like someone to feed off of. And of course, me, getting to know one another and everything, but just getting to try that new experience out where you're literally like, I didn't realize that it would be where I'm like sitting here, he's sitting where he's sitting, wherever, and be able to literally talk back and forth. So that to me is like mind blowing. I can't read everybody fast enough. Oh yeah, hey King, look, I didn't even realize that when we do this, that or maybe it's just my channel, but like the live thing, I didn't know that it was private. I didn't, so I just went on there and made it where it was public from last night, because I had to try it with someone and I didn't really know how to do it. And he was willing to give it a try with me, so we give it a try, and it was awesome, man. He's a straight up character, and I mean character in the most sincere kind of way. I like I just like real people. I like to hear somebody tell me something and feel like that it's a thoughtful comment. Now I don't have to agree with it. That's cool. I'm good with not agreeing, but I like thoughtfulness, and I just appreciate the kind of man that so far. I can't. I have nothing. I have nothing but I raise him. Please, y'all go see him. Go support him. Go. He's got a great message, and I dig his music. I appreciate original music. Just because I enjoyed trying to play music, and that kind of, I know how hard it is, so I just enjoy it. But yeah, I know I'm going on about, but I was just so excited to get to try that new function out, man. You guys, this thing, like I've had a phone. Obviously, I'm not a caveman, but man, like guys, this is something like I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about all this stuff, sincerely. So just getting to learn that, I was like, hey, I'm winning. I'm, I'm out there. But yeah, hey Nemo, yo, man, you're dude. I'm proud of you too, man. I'm really proud of you, and I'm learning over time that, man, you're just sincerity. It pays in the end. It may feel like it doesn't, but it's obvious through you, I think, and that is just you keep doing what you're doing, and I support you, and I'll be by as often as I possibly can. And same right back to you, King. I appreciate. I've learned. I'm an observant man. I watch, and I'm observant. I take into consideration everybody, in their situation. But to have an opportunity to learn from somebody that I can clearly look at and see, well, damn, you don't get to that many subscribers and views, and like, okay, there's things to learn from people. So I'm trying to exercise that on this YouTube channel as well, because it's how I exercise in my life. When I see somebody that's able to do something and I want to learn it, I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to say, hey, hey, if you feel something pulling on your shirt tail, it'll be me. And if you stop too quick, I'm liable to bump into you because I'm with you, because I think to be a good leader, which I've always tried to not just be a over the edge and follow, but you have to be willing to know that, man, there's people like I watch you guys these all your names. I see you guys, and I come around and I watch your videos, and not only do I watch them because I appreciate the message, but I'm looking at like, okay, well, what's their background look like, or I wonder what kind of phone or what kind of camera, how do they do their lights, or like just realizing that people were using natural light for me. Like, okay, well, okay, I got a window, believe it or not. Even here where I'm at, they got windows and I got sunshine. It was piped in last week, and as far as I know, sunshine's here for a little while. So it's like, okay, well then I can do this. Like it's not so bad. So yeah, man, it's yeah, the natural light. Like, in my mind when I started this out, I swear y'all, I'd watch these videos of these people talking about starting a YouTube channel. And they'd be doing this stuff, and it's like, yo, it'll be a long time before I get to put anything out on YouTube if I got to get to that level in order to be able to do it. Because I promise you, I'm not tech guy. I'm that guy is what I am. The guy that's always avoided it. Like, okay, I got a phone, and I can call you. And yeah, I even learned to text. My wife was so happy when I got where I could do it pretty good and be able to keep up, because you all remember them phones where you had to hit the button you had to like go through the letters. When I first married her, she would do that shit to me. Sorry about that. Sorry about the cussing. But she would text, and it would be so fast that it's like, man, my phone, I can't get it out there. So you're like 5 texts above me, and I'm trying to. I'm at work. I can't spend the rest of my afternoon trying to reply to a text you sent me at 9 o'clock and then didn't stop replying to that text until about 11. It's like, man, when I got time to read a book, I'll sit down and I'll get back to every one of her text messages. That's how I felt when it first, I was like, dude, I'll never. But then, you get it. When once you start doing it, you get it. But guys, it's fun, man. I appreciate every one of you guys. I don't know, is it a setting that I need to do, like when I do these, where like it's not private, or I mean, is that just the way it works, and then you got to make sure that you make it public? Is that how that whole thing operates? If anybody kind of can say it in a simple yay or nay, because I don't know. Thank you, Miss Sharita. I thank you. I always love to get your comments, because if you're having a bad day and you get a comment from Miss Sharita, then it's gonna be a good one, and I like that. Uh, yeah, you gotta set it to okay, cause man, I didn't know. And I didn't know that I couldn't look at them for a certain amount of time. I don't know, but it's all fun. Like, guys, you guys are cool, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I personally think that the way that I'm seeing things work, that, man, just hanging in there with a crew and being legit and being sincere, man. I think there's room for everybody, man. When I realized that there was like however many billion clicks on this thing a day or something like that. I don't remember what channel it was I was watching when I first got started thinking about it. But I'm like, well, man, if there's that many billion, I ought to be able to get one or two of them. I mean, I'd say, I don't know how much. I sincerely didn't even know how many views you should really be. I don't know. I don't know if you should get 1 or 10 or 15 or 1,000. I don't know what you should get. It's like, but you start putting them out here, and it's like, well, after a minute, it's like, well, if that's my motivation, I'm done, because you can't go by views. You can't do that. You can't do that. You might put an outstanding message out, and just by proxy, it may not get out there and nobody ever hear it. But then you might put something out there that you personally think is half, just like barely even edible for people to consume on here, and it be the one that blows up. Because I've personally been, I think I told y'all in that one video about going to the Bread Man, and I think y'all have probably seen him around. But I ain't gonna lie, I wound up like watching bread. I was like watching the bread fall. I'm like, he probably got 10 views off me, like watching the bread. And it's like, hey, everybody's got to have their angle. You don't never know what's gonna be what people like to see. So I think if you're just on here being original, uh, I think if you're sincere, I think eventually people, the right people. Well, one thing I'm learning now, and I mean this in the most sincere way, is that subscribers to your channel doesn't necessarily reflect views. And that helped me because at first I started out with like, well, I've got to try to build up subscribers, got to do this, and I got to. And then I started realizing that, well, wait a minute, even the ones with a lot of subscribers have to keep putting material out, they have to keep putting feelers out, they have to keep working their network, working their thing, doing their doing the YouTube thing. Like it's a job. Like guys, I'm gonna tell you. Like I look at no shit. King was just on here, Nemo was just on here, and there's some of you that's got a lot of followers, and I get that. Hey, just for the little bit of people that I got that comment on my stuff, I feel like it's a job to be sincere and come through and comment and say something like, not just hard. I don't like to be the guy that just comes down through and just hits a hard. I understand you have to sometimes, and I get that. But like, if somebody leaves me a thoughtful comment, I'm just like, golly, I have to leave a pretty decent comment back. You know what I'm saying? And it is a job. It's like like I'll be out at work or trying to take a break, but in my mind I'm like, well, man, I better get on here and catch, try to come in and see what's going on. And like, if you're trying to send, like, I'm trying to be supportive, and when I come and I watch, then I watch and I make a comment about what I seen. And it's a job. If you want to just come on here and just click on somebody's video for 2 seconds and say, okay, hey, cool, then yeah, it's not no big deal. But if you're sincerely coming on here and watching people's stuff for any amount of time and like trying to, truly leave a thoughtful comment, man, it's a job. And I push y'all up because like my eyes, sincerely, my eye, like I had to start thinking about like how to set my phone to where my eyes ain't like getting burnt out and stuff, because it's a job. You got to spend the time on here if you want people to trust you and like you and support you on your journey. Then you have to show a little bit of love and support back. It's as simple as that, I guess, in my simple way of thinking. I feel, dude, Nemo. I don't know how y'all with, dude. Same with King. I see how many comments are on something, and I'm thinking, man, I was overwhelmed this morning with 7, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to get to all the. It's like, dude, it blows my mind. I'm thinking, well, man, if it was any more, especially right now, I'm not gonna lie, especially right now. King, I don't know. Like, I don't even know for myself personally if I did have something go. I thought about this because I'm not on here necessarily for monetization. That's not my goal. But I thought about this. Okay, well, what if I do have what if I put a gold video out and it goes viral and I get however many views it takes to be viral? Well, I still wouldn't know how to capitalize on it because I'm so ignorant to this that all I'd get is a bunch of views. And I wouldn't know how to, like, how do you put it? Like, I wouldn't know how to offer anything for people to tangibly buy or, like, capitalize on it. So for me, it would be probably overwhelming. And I would probably be stuck going through however many comments it is, trying to answer everybody. Indeed, King, indeed. And I certainly will, brother. And that's probably the best advice you could give anybody is just be you. Because, guys, I mean, if you're a sincere person in any type of way and somebody leaves you a good comment or somebody gives you the time of day to watch something you had to say, I almost feel compelled to thoughtfully say thank you. And just for me to be able to say thank you, I appreciate it. Hey, it takes time, and gotta be, it's just the way it is, man. Is that, let's see, Blue Dominion. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with me. I do appreciate every one of you. I really do. This is fun. I didn't realize that anybody would even come by. So hey, I'm honored. I really am, man. Start here, Taj. Me. Oh, that's Blue Dominion. Yeah. Hey, man, it's good to see you, Blue Dominion. Thanks for coming by. Guys, it's been cold here today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so soft these days. It's been warm. And, man, it dropped down into the 30s last night. And it was like, yo, I don't like this. I'm ready for summer again. Yeah, hey, King says it's fun being on. I bet it is, bro. I honestly, man, like for a one man show, dude, like, hey, I don't know how you did. I give y'all credit where credit's due, bro. And I give it when it's necessary. Like, I don't know how, like, during the live thing that you're able to, because I know, like, even for the little bit that's coming on here, like, man, I'm already lost in who was saying what, and, like, I got to focus in, and it's like, I don't even get it. So, hey, all power to you, buddy, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do. All of us do. Everybody, you, Nemo, all of you guys out there that take the time to come around and see me or any of us out here that comes around and spreads the love to me, man, dude, I appreciate it. And I try my best to make sure that I pop in and see everybody. When you work. So, when you work, like Nemo says all the time, hey, I'll be by to see y'all. I got to work for the next couple of days. And I feel that pain too, man, because you work and then you come home or whatever. And it's like, all right, I'll spend 30 minutes and go through. And then for me, when I first got this thing going, I'm in a hurry about everything, guys. I'm hyperactive and I'm that way. So I'm like in a hurry, you got to be a part of things and you're like trying to learn. And finally, I just was like, nah, man, I got to just, like, okay, it'll be there when I get to it. It ain't going nowhere. I think King said it one time about going on YouTube at. Well, I know he did. I don't think I know. 1,000%. 1,000%. I don't give a flying crap about that app. I wish I'd never even learned about it off the rip. As a matter of fact, I think it was my own kid. I ought to ground him for it and let him wonder why. But I don't even need to know. Like, it does me at this point in my little journey. Is Sean here? Did I miss him? Sean in the building? I see Nemo say Sean. Sean, you here, bro? If you are, hey, yo, Sean, what's up, man? What's up? Good to see you here, bro. I was just giving you a shout out earlier, man. I told everybody to come and see you. I told them that, in my personal opinion, you have been nothing but sincere, and I just really appreciate your message. And I'm sure that every one of them's already come by to see it, but just in case not, I told them anyway. And I told them about your music. So, there you go. You can send me the check later. No, I'm just playing, man. But I did. I mentioned you earlier, man. So, thanks for coming by. Bandy Eye's getting tired of reading all our messages. Hey, you know what? I go to the eye doctor next week for the first time ever in my life. And I realized after trying to do this for a little while that, hey, man, I really do need some glasses. Like, I can't see like I want to be able to see. I can see that. Like, I can see y'all's writing, but it's one of these numbers where you got to be like, all right, which distance do I need to, like, okay, now I can. And that just gets aggravating me, man. I can't take it like that. But, I'm getting older. All my parents have glasses. My sister has glasses. So I kind of figured eventually it would come. But, like when you start, you're like, you're looking at the date on a dime and it's like you hold it farther and farther away. And then you reach a point where I'm not looking for the date on the dime. I'm looking for the dime. I need some glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I go next week, give me some glasses. Maybe I will be able. I still can't. I'm saying glasses. Y'all, I can't read that fast. Okay, I got a GED, and I had to cheat a little bit to get it, and I don't read that fast, so it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how many glasses I had. It, I'm gonna miss a lot of comments. Or I guess you're able to go through and look back. I don't know if you're able to or not. Yeah, man, the chat. I can't see. Hey, man, I appreciate all of you, man. Sean, thank you very much. Hey, man, I love seeing y'all just chat between yourselves, man. It's awesome. This is the way it's supposed to be. Dude, I feel you at 108. It's tough. But I pick you up just for being able to even type. So, hey, at 108, you're doing pretty good. And you look I mean, you know, I'm not that kind of dude, but you look pretty all right for 108. So, you know, hey. And, you know, the one thing about it, as we get older, for me, you know, I've already made it clear to my wife, when I hit the nursing home, I'm back to player. It's on after that. It's on. And all rules, no rules apply after that. And once I hit the nursing home, it's wide open, y'all. But like, back in the game, baby, back in the game. I made it back. But you know, for right now, just married, just married. She'll eventually throw me into the home, and then yeah. It's on out of that, back in the game, baby, back in the game. Yeah, man. Hey, but your eyes, dude, it really, no joke. All jokes laid aside, your eyes this thing it'll kill your eyeballs. Like, I make fun with the sunglasses, but it really did help. My wife, she thinks I'm so ignorant. I really do think she thinks my brain is fried. But you know what? I've found out that if you just have people convinced that you're too damn ignorant to do anything, they won't ask you to do anything because they just feel like, well, he'd probably mess it up anyway. So I just play that card. I play it. And then nobody really asks me to do much because they're like, man, I ain't asking that dude to do anything. Like, I don't even know if I want to be very close when he does anything, just in case there's something happens. So it just works for me. But the glasses did help me. I did look a little bit ridiculous. I don't know if the hat works or not. I don't know if it works. It makes me feel better about myself. My confidence level seems to go up. And I mean, hey, why not? I'll try it. But the glasses do work. The glasses do work. I don't know if that's what they were meant to be worn for, but they work. You know, they work. Hey, thank you, Nemo. I appreciate you coming by so much. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. King, I appreciate you too. I know that y'all got a lot of people. I do. I get it. And I thank you. I thank everybody on here. Start here, Tajmir. I've been seeing you since I come on here. I appreciate you. This is something that I didn't realize that even coming on here that this would even be a thing. So this has been pretty darn cool. But guys, I'm gonna run down the bus and I'm gonna get my little man and we're gonna go to Lowe's and get a vanity. That's orders from headquarters. So that's not a want to trip. That's a have to. But guys, I'm gonna jump off here, run down here to the bus, grab my boy, and I will see you guys again. Thank you. King, thank you. I appreciate you. Blue Dominion, I thank you. Shine Dig, I thank you. Start Here, Tasmir, I thank you. I thank everybody. I appreciate World Trend Buzz. Thank y'all. Appreciate you, King. I thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.